It's the soft spot on the soft network. Kunjani, khamba njani? Ngikubingelea last time. I don't think I've ever greeted if you are ekhaya. Mina ngimusa wenkosi if you're watching this for the first time, and it's an honor and privilege to be sitting right here in front of you, and also to be sitting right here next to Uputwami, Mshiga Ngomane. Ngikhuluma ngaphuthi Mafristos Freedom. How you doing, Mr. Giga Guru?
I'm good, my brother. But we're going to be shirt. Early one.
Yeah, because I'm in the right atmosphere with the right people. It's all lying, but say, akasho ukuthi sizonginikeza, but trust me, in the next episodes to come, I'm making friends with the right people in the right places. Mshiga Ngomane, how are you, sir? You right?
No, I'm good, my brother.
I appreciate you coming through to be with us here on the Soft Spot, right here on the Soft Network. And you came with X. What's up, my G? I appreciate you. And thank you so much, team, for making this day happen. But wami wena uhamba ngenyawo papa emhlabathini umntwana ukhula la lokushini kaBhokweni.
Yeah.
Ungumswati mbamba walakhaya. And then namuhla sikhuluma on a profile that is so broad. I'm excited about this chat. How was it growing up in Godin Putwami at Cat State? I think
Yeah, but I'm older than you.
Sugari.
Yeah.
How was it though?
No, growing up in Godini for me, I think Godini is a beautiful place with beautiful mountains.
Yes.
One. So, I'm Godini Dam.
Yeah, Godini Dam.
Bese go kukuta ti fish lapha.
Yeah, bopabu.
Bopabu netiperu. Hey, well.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, khule Godini ngidalelwe khona la eThemba Hospital.
Yebo.
Yeah, abantu bami labayithu basebenza khona la. Lo one bekathengisa la egedeni eThemba.
Yebo.
So every day one of my cousins lo bengikanga naye ngisakhula bengithi mangiphuma esikolweni sithi kutogibela itrolley sathi itrolley lapha sehle ngayo la icourt sits sibeke ndansi base ekhaya yeah driver yena ngihlela ikhasi
ye wena mayelapha kambe khona lapha i2000 lapha leli khona lisibene right
lo uyangena uyajika ushona ngala icourt bekude beat up
yebo phela. Those are the days, Putwam.
Yeah,
growing up innocently, where movement was the thing. I was studying pants over the app.
Yeah.
Where you say, "Asami sofuna tenguku la
Yeah, yeah.
But those shy, jwabeko.
Yeah.
But those are the days. Putwam, usakula ongchet. Did you ever think of academics, of studies, of what's one thing? Did you ever have a vision of where you wanted to be in Pilweni?
Yeah, ngisho ngisakhula I felt like maphupho njengawo wonke umuntu
Right.
Most young people my first dream mina bengifise kuba an astronaut. One I wanted to do astronomy. Bengikhule ngithanza like Buzz Lightyear and all those things.
Yes, to infinity and beyond.
Yeah. So I grew up with that mindset
Yes.
of wanting to go beyond the stars.
Yes.
And then as in cooler futhi, and then I started developing love in psychology and public speaking.
Right.
So I wanted to do public speaking.
Right.
And psychology. But it happened also because I had a gift of being an artist. I was very good with my hands when it comes to drawing and building stuff. So, yeah.
It's amazing. And so the opportunities were there in your brain. You're like, I could go for the stars, or perhaps then, I could just go for psychology. But I think the one that has brought us here today, which is the choice that you've really, really developed in Pilweni Yako, is more fun. Kabang is psychology, man. Imagine if and when you're an outgoing, fun-loving person,
Yeah.
Anyway, so tell me, when did you first pick up a pencil and make sense? Okay, I can draw. When did you first make interaction with a needle and say I can? When did the art develop? Like during your teenage years or something?
During my teenage years, I think I was already far with drawing because like I was an artist from a very young age.
Yes.
Grade 1, I was able to draw. But I remember I had the teacher, she was my class teacher.
Yes.
Mem Dlovu, grade 1 and grade 2. She was also an artist.
Yes.
She used to get me
Yes.
she would get like students labayenda grade 7 standard 5 by that time.
Yes.
Uma banema project bafuna kudweba like ngibadwebela banginike 5 cent or 50 cent around that time.
Man, because started 5 to stoba in tikaka.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Keeper wena.
Yeah, keeper. If you can give me just Tom who's dweba from I used to draw very. I was like very good with pencil.
That's so cool.
From a very young age.
That's so cool.
So it just came natural.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Please give a shout out to Mem Dlovu. You know, some teacher actually scale give a shout out to teacher to Miss Ndlovu for being the one to show you you're doing better than Labadala, you know?
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Ndlovu. Ma'am, Fredo, almost shout out to you for being there as a cooler. Tell me, then in high school, how did you further then get involved into the art?
High school, ngathi mangifika ka grade standard 6.
Right, standard 6, yes.
Grade 8, yeah. Did my first competition, kusavulwa ama cash build. And then I won that competition.
Wow.
It was a drawing competition.
Wow.
I won the competition, won money for the school. And then, yeah, this was my first time with the Pepin.
What? Big house, man. What school was that?
Ekutuza.
Ekutuza. When for you, Ekutuza, my Pepin. I love it. I love it. Okay, so that's just for interest's sake. Same time, what subject choices did you make towards matric?
Towards matric, I was doing maths and science.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you went on, and what did you study after matric?
After matric, unfortunately, I wanted to go to fashion, and I was starting because when I was doing grade 12, I started developing the love for fashion.
That's right.
I was drawing my sketches for some of my classmates and other people.
Yes.
My dresses labafunago and sell it for 50 rands.
Matric ball dances and stuff, or just
a matric ball.
Wow.
And so I would go to Bowems, different schools, and sell my sketches.
Nice.
And then find someone that will make for them.
Yes.
So that's where I developed love fashion.
And your sketches by grade 12 were actually according to ratio. They were on point without any formal training.
Funny enough, when I met the lady she said my portraits and the ratio is perfect.
Because you can't just draw an arm and a shoulder.
Yeah, that's true.
Crazy.
That's true.
Now you're talented and gifted, man. I'm so impressed. I've got goosebumps right now. I can't wait to ask you, Uguti. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah.
You continue.
Yeah.
Continue.
Then I wanted to go into fashion, and then my parents were like, "No, you're not doing fashion." You want. So,
our parents, man,
like, I thought very good. No, I'm not going to fashion. Yeah, but no, Nix, you can't do fashion. And then I had to take a gap year around that time. I thought like maybe they will change their mind. It's okay, maybe go to fashion. And then, because 2007 is schooling. And 2008 took my gap year. And then 2009, I ended up going to do financial management. You know, from maths and science to doing accounting and finance and business ventures. So, okay, they were fine with that.
Oh,
okay,
they were fine with it. So you were doing it for them, really?
Nakon, I was doing it because now one of my uncles was forcing good eye. No,
so you're like the shining star, and you're so young, and you have to make decisions. What?
Yeah.
There was a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure. So I had to go and do financial management. And when I went to do finance, and this thing of drawing started again. I was like, every time I was drawing clothes. Now they know, they usually say, I know.
I know.
And then there I also met a teacher who became a good friend of mine, Mr. Kwabe.
Yes.
So Mr. Kwabe loved fashion. And
wow.
Every time mangbonang tweba, we had tons and all those things. And then Miss Pumalanga.
Yes.
And we applying. There was a lady, yes. She won the first Miss Pumalanga Nanhlanhla.
Yes.
So Nanhlanhla pushed me to apply. They were looking for designers. I applied, sent my sketches. They selected my sketches because I must dress Miss Pumalanga. I won.
Hang on. Ekhaya utswena uye finance.
Yeah.
Wenza finance. Uyayifunda, uyattend, uyayenza yona.
Exactly.
Mara ama accolades ne progress aqhamuka ngale art.
Exactly.
What a moment in your life.
Yeah.
How did that go? Dressing the first Miss Mpumalanga. Shout out, Joe. How did that go? How did you feel?
No, it was great, but it also was a bit difficult. I remember it was by the time we were kwala kusase ingase ngabi ndiwebe ndinganya khona nyalo center nibantu labathungako underground.
Yes, yes.
So
Aero Park.
High
Center.
Exactly. Aero Park then. Made my sketches, and then now I started looking for people who are gonna make this thing because
Right.
I used to get people abangakhoni kwenda my sketches they were angakhona.
Right.
And then I went underground lapha looking for people labanye bangendela didn't came out
Ish.
the way finally iphume ngakhona
Ish.
until I met this other lady but lady
Yes.
Kamkholo building.
What's up, Letty? You're in the
Yeah, latest
storyline.
design.
Yes. Yes.
So she's the one who managed to like do like this thing for me.
Yes,
And
yes.
and she was also part of the designers for the first Miss Pumalang.
Wonderful.
And
She
then-
got exactly where you were in terms of vision.
exactly.
And understood that you were young, so you were breaking boundaries. So you need to work with someone who was
Yeah.
fresh, not old school.
Exactly.
Yo,
Yeah,
man, those were
yeah.
challenges indeed. But
Yeah.
yeah, you persevered, ne?
Yeah.
Did the garments kill it?
Yeah, the garments killed it. And then because from there I became a designer. Being a singer fashion school. From there now people were like, no, I'm a freesto. I'm
Yes.
a freesto
Yes.
designer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, for the sake, if your parents are watching, we just have to finish the stories of finance. Ugcine njani-ke? How many years, how long was your financial study period?
I did my 3 years and then ngathi mangiceda I told them ukuthi hey I'm going to fashion school at saba msebenzi.
Wabanika, wena usinawo amaphepha enu?
Yeah, ngathi I'm going to fashion school but saba ke emsebenzini hambe emsebenzini. And I remember like I was frustrated around that time. I found this magazine, I think it was Achieve, Get It magazine.
I remember,
Yeah,
yes.
found
Get it Lofeld.
Get It magazine.
Yeah.
So this number, there's a lady from London, has this fashion school,
Wow.
but it's a South African number.
Yeah.
I shall a call back, and then she called me.
Wow.
I won. So yeah, when she called me, and at that time I was looking for Msebenzi for financial management, living in there was a guy coming from Brazil. One approach, yabona kutsala ku Facebook bungacabanga ukuthi ngema scam nani. He approached me around that time. I think it was maybe 2011 or early 2012, somewhere there. On approach and then he saw my profile, which I've done finance and what. So he wants to work with me. Yeah, one in marketing. He's from Brazil, and then we are figure like South Africa. I think they were introducing
Yo.
around that time.
Sorry, before you continue the Brazil story,
Yeah.
the lady lower fashion school was in London.
Yeah.
Umshage, please call
Yeah.
or phone.
Yes.
And I can imagine that conversation was godly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Continue, we want to hear.
So-
What did the lady say? Lo, I said, but she.
No, but
There's
she.
Brazil guy and then there's this girl.
Yeah.
Lo, I said London.
Yeah.
Fashion and finance.
And finance.
It's a race to the
Yeah. So it happened, Gucci. The guy called me. So I said, meeting now. The lady called me. I said, meeting same day, but different times. I remember around that time, I think being now, I think I was 20. Yeah, around 20 years.
Yes.
21. Besides finance.
Yes.
And then,
Yes. Well done for following through with your academic and your parents' wishes.
yeah.
Yo.
And then I met up with this guy first.
Yes,
We met
Brazilian dude.
at Promenade Hotel.
Right. Yes.
We met in Pablo Gamalaki.
Okay.
We met with the guy. He was introducing Herbalife. I think it was the first time Herbalife was coming
Wow.
to South Africa.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is the first guy that brought this thing.
Yes.
He moved he used to travel with his family
Yes.
to introduce the program each and every country.
Wow.
Because from here he went to Mozambique.
Wow.
So, and then we sat down, we talk, and then we got the products. I brought him Ngalabongodini. We used to do like Marlon, but now I was doing part-time. So immediately after that meeting, I went to
London.
To the lady from London, because
Yes.
Semal Road Street.
Yes.
And then one direct, I went there. Luckily enough, I used to sell fruit, so I knew the streets.
Well done.
So I
Wow,
went to Mal
yes.
Road Street and then met up with her.
Is that the studio that was close to Son Park and not west? What's the spa?
Yeah,
Village Spa.
Village Spa,
You go
exactly.
down and then Village Spa is just along.
Yeah, opposite the two tall buildings.
Yes.
So
It was a good established, it was a well-established fashion school there.
Yeah, accredited by City and Guild of London. Yeah.
Yes.
So I went there and then we spoke. I used to carry this A3 book of mine that has sketches, and then And the city, every time when I meet, I was very motivated as a young person.
Yes.
Bengihlala ngine city my motivation and preaching sabo TD Jakes.
Yes.
So the first thing I did when I was meeting her, I handed her the CD and then gave her my sketchbook, and then she started looking through.
You were killing it. You had no mistakes. I'm going home with the accolades. I get turned out, yeah.
So she started looking through the book, and then she was like impressed. I know you need to come and register with us.
Yes, yes.
Nakanjani.
Yes.
And then she told me the prices, and I was like, no, I can't afford this.
Of course. It's an expensive industry, and
Yeah.
people don't understand how expensive it is to be a proper tailor.
Yeah.
Continue, sir.
So I was like, no, I can't afford it. Go and speak to your parents.
Yeah.
I went home, very I knew they were not going to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew they were not going to take that. And then I remember on my way home meeting this other guy, but I'm sure a very smart guy. If you are like ML or maybe you know him, Andrew.
Andrew, okay.
Yeah, bekahlala somewhere ngalanga ka Mount Lula ka Frank. Bekashisela nje, very politician yana, very smart.
Shout out to Andrew,
So
the
I
world was MN show.
I met Andrew, and then Andrew knew my mother. I used to come to my house all the time when I knew my father.
Yeah.
Hey, Putu Jani, I'm good, Andrew. To be up, it's saying we are going to listen to scholars fishing, but I don't have funds.
Yeah.
I have a government complex. I have arts and culture. I took Andrew's advice, went to arts and culture.
Wow.
Yes. My sketches, they were impressed, and then went to fashion.
Yes.
But they said no. Unfortunately, we can't give out my bazaar to Malon.
To fashion.
Yeah, we only fund events. So, but what you're doing is good. I want my bazaar lan
Right. Did that hurt you, or that will tell as you continue the story?
Yeah.
Because how did you make use of that message? Because that was a message in its own.
No, actually, I was motivated.
That's it.
My first time in a government complex as a young person, I used to be very formal. I would wear like tie.
I like that.
I was very, very formal as a young person.
Yes.
So immediately, I was like my first time going to government complex, and I feel like these people took my work serious.
Yes.
But then I decided, let me take my parents' route. I'm going to look for a job.
Okay. Okay.
And then I remember around that time, because by the time Mrs. Colwyn, they used to call us, there was an agency called Workforce.
Yes.
They would call us part-times, and some of my friends that introduced me to that thing.
Yes.
Vincent, Busmanga Matukane.
Yes.
Some of them still work there.
And shout out to Vincent and Busmanga Matukane.
So they, like I went Negba Pizla Pana, but I was not interested in working.
Yeah.
I've always had passion of having my own business.
Right.
So, and then after this lady calls me. I'm with two of my friends. About around those time, we used to go to schools and preach my SCOs.
Yes.
So I'm coming from preaching to SCO. This lady calls me. When are you coming to register with us, like school? It's mean, hey, I don't have money. I'm going to look for a job. I'll come next year. If you don't come this year, you won't do it anymore. Once you start enjoying money, you're not gonna do it anymore. But I suggest come and do the first 7 months. If you fail to pay me within those 7 months, and then I'll send you home. I don't have money. It's no problem. We are just do the first 7 months.
Yeah.
I thought she was joking. When must I come? I'd come Monday. And then there was a friend of mine, Elijah. Like my friends, like Shumaila now. We almost similar ages. I'm from Sheen. And then they helped me with some machine. So I was a small machine.
Are you serious?
Small sewing machine. And then Monday I went there. Among figure apart, they showed me to a class. Sat there in a class. Class in Singabuga. everyone came with cars. Umuntu bekashayela imoto lencane around that time la bengifundza khona. I think was driving and yilona SS those Sparky Chevrolet.
Failed. And that's the small car.
Yeah, and then I'm in a class lapha.
It's an expensive industry, Brian.
It's a very expensive industry.
Okay.
So I'm there and like I'm with these people and you can see by the cars that they're driving.
But you're at the right place.
What's
astronaut?
Yeah.
What's an astronaut?
Exactly. Whether and then lucky enough, first year I'm the only guy. First year I'm the only guy. Second year in Nakona there was one guy, is a white boy. It's Louis one, and then now I'm the only guy first year, and then it's ladies. It's mixed race with Indians, whites, blacks. So it's just mixed. We want to getting that diversity.
Of course.
So I do
but you know. So if I may say, dude, heard your story in faith you, and the fact that you were actually a student, a Christian student, a preacher, he has a spirituality. But first you say tatela parts. There's been miracle after miracle.
Miracle after miracle.
In the joining of your stories.
Yeah.
And a big shout out to everyone you've met so far in the story. Now, you did not worry about the 37 months. You were like, no, this is where I want to be, and I know there's going to be a way.
Exactly. I think food's at the same time, when you are young, you just taking chances.
Right.
And any risk, one.
Right.
And I remember that time, like I did tell my parents, I think a year before, and friends, because by next year I'm going to fashion school.
You did say.
And I'll be selling clothes from overseas. Like I used to speak, I want to fake. And then it happens when I go to fashion school, I think a month in fashion school or mid-month, I visit this other church. There was a pastor who was owning a boutique. And then he said, "Aye man, first time like Saskatchewan, God says I must give you something." And then he gave me the store song as a boutique, the whole stock. He was closing down the boutique. And then I managed to sell and buy a brand new machine because everyone ilona penina like in fashion schools, it's a top machine. It's very expensive. So I was using MPSAL, the cheapest machine in the cheapest machine in the industry. And I remember the first time like serious. I remember so so I managed to sell some of those clothes, gave away some of those clothes to people that needed them, and then I had a brand new
sewing machine.
Top
of the range, I'm sure.
Top of the range. That's why I think maybe this owner of the school thought was, this guy got so man.
Yes.
When we started having issues, me and one at school and stuff, I think the money, but I didn't have money. Just that
it was blessings upon the things that you really needed.
Exactly.
To get the vision into shape.
Exactly. Yeah. And luckily I had. Like my classmates, they loved me. I had a background, remember, finance, and we were doing also the subject. It's fashion entrepreneur.
Yes.
My fashion entrepreneur lecture, they loved me. She was a melody.
Because you were inclined with the financial language of the world.
Yeah, she was a life coach. She really loved me.
I love that.
I remember she even
Melody, her name.
Yeah, her name is Mel.
Shout out to Mel.
She was a life coach,
yes,
business coach.
Yes.
I remember she got me a ticket. I think it was worth 21,000 to see this guy, but Robin Sharma wrote a book called A Monk Who Sold His Ferrari.
Yes.
From New York.
Yes.
I remember we went there and then I was motivated.
Dude, you've seen the author of. You've seen the author of The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari?
Yeah. So I met the guy there.
You met the author?
Yeah. So I think that's where I also got motivated.
No, you got your declaration there. Your decree was like you were made for big things.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a long talk. I don't want to waste time, but I love everything you've told me. Yeah. Let's get to the adult guy.
Okay. Yeah.
The brand name.
Yeah.
Giga Guru.
Yeah.
Background yakho, it's beautiful and it's full of miraculous stories. I know. The choice of the word Giga Guru. Let's go. It's so unique.
Yeah. Okay, Giga Guru, it's a word that started sasemncane, yabona. My first brand name, people who knew me back then, they know when I used to do my shows like Bukago around,
Yes.
I was using my Fristos creations.
Mephistos, which is
Yeah.
also now and again, like Facebook,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's the beginning, the
Yes.
foundation. Yes.
I was using my Fristos creations, but I wanted to use Giga Guru. So, if you're growing up as a Christian, nemagama that people will see as like as they're demonic.
True.
Well,
True.
So, and a lot of people, even like at school, people would like Giga Guru.
Yeah.
They didn't understand what's
Yeah.
Giga Guru.
Yeah.
Everyone. I remember going to this guy because I used to use the name and people would be against it. A lot of people were against the name Giga Guru. They didn't want me
Wow.
to use it. And then I remember going to this guy, but sing man pen, stadium kapogweni.
Yeah.
Going to Ben, and he used to like me. I
Yeah.
think asafika na ekabhokweni,
Yeah.
his new management. And I was like, "Aye man, my Fristos. You are my Fristos Giga Guru. Which one?"
Okay, okay.
I want to use Giga Guru, but most people don't. Are you doing it for people?
Eish.
When you are meant for great things. You must put your footprint where other people bangai big con.
Yes.
And then from there I started like having courage. Let me use Giga Guru. And
Yeah.
the word Giga Guru is derived from, like, when I was young, I was more of someone who's a geek. I was into gadgets. Like even the friends that I was surrounded by, like most of my friends were people that love books.
Okay. Let's say it.
And
Man,
gadgets.
you were geeks. You were geeks. You were nerds. You read a lot. You knew your things. You were technically inclined. You were
Yeah.
smart.
So
you were a giga.
So I was surrounded by
Geeks.
those people, because if most of the friends like my group, some of them now are doctors, computer
They were top 10.
engineers.
They were the top 10.
Yeah, one.
You were number one, number two, number three.
They were
wow.
computer science and all those
Oh,
things.
wow.
One. And then I'm the one who just like decided, no guys, me, I'm going for fashion.
I'm the artistic giga, guys.
One.
Oh, wow.
So that's the geek
Yeah.
comes from this. Actually, geek and guru.
Geek
and then
and
guru, it's a name that means someone who's an expert in
Yes.
something.
A fundi.
Yeah.
An expert.
And
Yeah, like
also-
a black belt.
Exactly, exactly.
It makes sense.
Exactly. And then it also means someone who's spiritual.
Yes.
One.
Oh, guru also means with the third eye.
Yeah, a
spiritually
spiritual
inclined.
person. Yeah.
Yes.
So I use the word guru because I see myself as a spiritual person.
Yes.
And I believe I'm an expert
Yes.
in what I'm doing.
Yes.
And then geek because I believe what I'm doing is massive. Actually cannot be measured. So that's why I said geek and guru, and then it's Giga Guru. If you see on my brand, there's a feather, and that feather is it's a pen. One of
Pen.
those.
Whole scribing pen.
Exactly.
Pen at the back.
Exactly. So the reason I use that pen is because I believe each and every day I'm writing my story. As we're sitting here, we're all writing our stories. And the slogan, before my slogan was, "Wear me if you can afford me."
Of course, yeah. Okay, cool, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before it was, "Wear me if you can afford me," but people had a problem with "Wear me if you can afford me."
It sounds very proud, but yes, it's
They
a
were like-
brilliant piece of work.
They were like, but my idea of "Wear me if you can afford me" was not about the price tag. It was about the struggles that each and every person go through. I can look at you and think your life is easy, but if I can wear your life, I cannot afford it. So that's where "Wear me if you can afford me" came from. It was not about the price of the garment. And then I had to change the slogan to "The poetry in me." To accommodate my feelings sebandu. I had to say, okay, the poetry in me. Because every day your life is poetry, my life is poetry. And
Elements of many
Exactly.
different situations and
Yeah.
experiences and emotions coming into place,
Yeah.
inspiring that moment when you put something on paper with all those things involved.
Yeah,
The thickness of the paint, the texture of the color,
Yeah.
the choice of stitch.
Yeah.
All of that has to culminate from who you are.
yeah, that's true. It's
Makes a lot of sense. It's beautiful. So your story is still being written, as you
Yeah.
say, on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Tell me, what are you writing for yourself? What is Giga Guru writing into 2025?
2025, there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like I'm normally someone who don't like have like a proper plan, good I'll say this, but I have like I live ngilona whatever dream that I had 5 years, 10 years ago. When I don't stop my dreams because
Yes, you can't.
when
They intertwine. They
Exactly.
intertwine. They intertwine. If you stop it, you're silly. You allow it. If in climate there's no progress,
Yeah.
I hear there's red tape. You remain with a reservation of yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Ngiyavuma. Ngisaqhubeka la. I agree there was Pablo and there was Miss from London.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry, the story is so cool. Okay.
Yeah. So, my vision from the get-go
Yeah.
was to build one of the biggest brand in the world.
Yes.
From Ngapogweni, and I
Yes.
wanted to bring the world to Mpumalanga. Had a page, if you search Facebook, I'm sure it's a corner, it's called, I think, Mpumalanga to Mpumalanga brings the world, what, something like that. But like, my dream was to bring Joburg to Mpumalanga, bring the world to Mpumalanga, and I've done that.
Yes,
When I
yes.
started like, I think first it was 2019 we did.
African Coalition.
No, at first it was called, we did Africa, it was Africa, Fashion Week Africa.
Yes.
It was Fashion Week Africa. Had a guy from Botswana, a guy from Congo, guy from Zanzibar, a guy from Ghana, a lady from Swaziland.
This is 2019.
2019.
Nice.
At the factory La Pana. My father had a factory La Pana. We were working together. I was
Yes.
running the factory.
Yes.
And then La Ipola Park.
Yes. Yes.
So we did the fashion show there.
Yes.
We did 19 countries.
19 countries.
Yeah, we had 19 countries.
Yes.
We had Africa Magic covering the show.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, we had
That's
Africa
amazing.
Magic covering the show. It was a beautiful show.
Let me find something. When you say you've got 20 countries, do you have 20 designers or you have 20 models from various different countries? What sort of individuals were celebrating? Like from Zanzibar, who did you have and what were their expertise to come and represent like Apogwin?
Okay, I had people from 19 countries.
Yes.
Designers and models.
Yes.
Everyone. And funny enough, it was very difficult for me to convince them to come to Mpumalanga.
How do you do that exactly?
Because when I was introduced to the group, it was a group of designers from all over the world.
Yes.
And then bang air down the group, and then I started observing. Okay, there's these people, and then I learned their ways, and then created a committee of designers, African designers. And then they wanted to come and do something in South Africa, because every year we travel.
Yes.
And I said, guys, come to Mpumalanga.
It's a great idea. Okay, go back. Yes.
Everyone, when they look at Mpumalanga on the map, they say Mpumalanga is a jungle. Everyone. Like literally, people were saying Mpumalanga is a jungle. They told me straight, no, we can't come to Mpumalanga. Maybe Joburg or Cape Town. Those are the only two places we suggested. Asked me, the guys, come to Mpumalanga. They were like, no, Mpumalanga is a jungle. Because these are people, remember, who've never been to Mpumalanga. When they hear about South Africa, they hear about Cape Town, Johannesburg. And then I had one guy that was supporting me fully. He was like, no, let's try Mpumalanga. His name was Waze from Zanzibar. One of the respected designers, did like speak in Italy. It's very good.
That's very good.
Waze supported me. A lady called Mbali from Swaziland supported me.
Yes.
Guy from Botswana supported me fully. And another one from. So I had about 5 guys that were saying, no, we're going with Giga. Let's go to Mpumalanga, to Giga's place.
Yes.
Everyone. And it was attractive in a way because I used to do social events. I had like artists in my face, so I would post the content now and
Nice,
then.
nice.
So they see paintings.
Is there any connection with Boss Level? That thing,
Yeah, Boss Level was happening at my place also. Hey, well.
How did I miss Boss Level? I just heard the echoes. Number
Yeah.
Zero. That was Boss Level.
Yeah.
Hey, Giga, you've done some things.
Yeah, it was Boss Level, but Pressure was the founder of Boss Level,
Awesome.
Mana Sub-Zero. Yeah.
Yes.
So then it happened, they came. We did a show 2019.
Yes.
It was a beautiful show.
Yes.
Zero budget.
Yes.
Time alarm maplanga, and then we realized because we don't have money, I had to take this wood send them a bench. We made benches. So our painter. I still have clips of the show and pictures.
Wow.
I think that was one of the most beautiful shows that we've done. It
Yes.
was raw material, paintings all over the factory.
Nice.
And then the ramp, we had to paint the ramp. We
Yes.
painted on the floor. One to create a ramp, artwork. We had
That is brilliant.
yeah, and we had like a lot of media coverage.
That's
that came
brilliant.
through. Yeah, show was beautiful, and then
Hang on. Is that the body painting? Is that where you had a person that was body painted?
no, first then it was an idea, but I didn't have anyone to do the body painting.
You didn't have someone to try it on.
You know, I'm like anyone to actually has experience what type of paint and all those things. I just had the idea because I want to do body painting, and then Gwahamba Skati. I think you know Vusi Makalela.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Then
yes.
when Vusi Makalela came, I met him. He was bringing one of my students. I had a fashion school, Lapana. I was bringing one of my students, and then we met. He saw the artwork, and he's an artist. He just moved from Joburg.
Yes.
And then that's where the body painting started. Because, hey, I'm planning to do a show. So. At Amininami, I paint. Hey, on this next show, link to the end, I want to do body painting.
Yeah.
I know I've done body painting.
Yeah.
And then that's where we moved to doing a body painting. But the body painting event was documentary, ETV.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And that was flighted.
yeah. It still plays, I think, even now on ETV because they said it will play for the next 100 years. Even I think it's also on Apple TV.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Talking about that passion, you also mentioned earlier on Muguti Musa, I'm not a fashion designer.
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
Yeah.
And it's true. Through the conversation, you also mentioned that, hey, each day is poetry, yo.
Yeah.
So being an artist and being able to diversify your skills, it's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Because then the collaboration becomes more richer and more broader.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Not forgetting. Tell me about X. You know, one day X
Yeah.
has come to the interview.
Nakaja.
X is here today. What's popping? You've got some. He's gonna put on some nice clothes for us.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, X is a good friend. You're one of those name childhood friends.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
friends that you grow up with, and then you feel like you can't separate and all those things.
Yeah.
I think those friends sometimes along the way they fall out.
Yeah.
As ukula, a lot
Yeah.
of things change your mindset.
Yeah.
So X, I would say, is a friend of mine, good friend of mine that we have similar goals.
That's it.
We're born same month, so it was
wow.
July. So
Oh, July ban.
meaning 87.
Yeah.
Yeah.
X Ngomane.
Yeah.
25.
25, yeah. So
What is a Leo when you're Cancer? If you're both Leos, you wouldn't be friends. I don't understand.
yeah.
You can't have two lions in the same
Yeah.
mountain.
Yeah.
I like it though.
Yeah. So yeah, we like share a lot of similarities in terms of mindset.
It's so cool that X took time out of his day to come and embrace and
Yeah.
also singata
Yeah.
your vision for this shot.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, X. And you promised to come and join us and tell us about fitness.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tando, Brian, Mpatsi. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yes.
that's X. Like if you see Global African Fashion Coalition, that's me, X, and other guys. Like I mentioned, we met. We did like we had a gym together somewhere there, and then decided to move. X is also into don't jail and
Yeah.
He also
Yeah.
into Viagra. He's the Viagra guy. He sells and manufacture Viagra.
That is some sweet business, brother.
He's
I
into
can't wait
fitness.
to bring samples.
Yeah.
Sorry to get on
Yeah.
topic. I don't know what a Viagra looks like.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. So we need to be informed.
Yeah.
Dude, you're inspiring me right now.
Yeah.
All right, done. Putwami, 7th December is happening. What is the gist of the deal? What time is the event starting? And
Yeah.
what should people look forward to in terms of the Giga touch and in terms of the Jellyfarm touch? You've mentioned Jellyfarm loves music.
Yeah.
He's there to entertain.
Yeah.
On your side, what are you planning on creating on the space?
No, I think And X is gonna be producing the show,
Nice.
the models and all stuff.
Nice.
And then I'll be bringing designers also.
Right.
The aim for this show on our side, especially Giga Guru, is not to promote Giga Guru, but to promote other young designers.
Right.
And Jelly Farm, obviously, he's the guy that loves music and
Right.
promoting musicians
Right.
and artists.
I like that.
So it's actually not about it. I think throughout all the years, I've never done a show that says I'm promoting Giga Guru. Always
Yes.
promote other designers.
Yeah.
So this is about them. Show you Kalang Abu Maten, you will have stalls, crafters, they will be selling their things. And
Right.
yeah, we'll just have fun, appreciate our models.
X,
Yeah.
if you had anything to do with the creation, the Phakama. Umazigene phakama ebusuku mfethu
Yeah.
beyihle nje ngoba yisho le ndawo.
Yeah.
So you're the guy that designs the spaces like that. Sorry man, because I could. You guys, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
The Phakama situation was lovely. And it's something
Yeah.
we didn't really touch on, but you are one of the co-founders.
Yeah, Pagama, I'm one of the co-founders with Advocate Ngwenya and the other guys.
It's important,
Bakona.
man. It's
Yeah.
important, Guti, with the experience that you have,
Yeah.
and the footprint that you've built along the way.
Yeah.
It's good to collaborate with other strong parties or
Yeah.
stakeholders, so that, because honestly, we don't have that government support, man.
Yeah,
to
that's
say
true.
to say we've got a calendar art
Yeah.
Mpumalanga, sponsored
Yeah.
by Culture, Sports and Recreation.
Yeah.
In the first quarter we do this, second quarter we do this, third quarter we do this. If you don't
Yeah.
know how to do this, come, we'll show you how to do this.
Yeah.
Hey, bo.
Yeah.
Now you guys, Phakama, the standards are high. Yihle lento yenu, Phakama, yihle lento
Yeah.
yenu. Yo. It's beautiful, and
Yeah.
we were happy to be part of that, and we are looking forward to be part of 7th December.
Yeah.
Giga, your story is Giga.
Yeah.
Because you're a guru that's still writing his passion. So
Yeah.
I pay indaba yethu.
Yeah,
Ngicela
no,
usivumele ku-16th after 7 months, 8
No
months to
problem.
catch up.
No problem.
And yeah, man, I don't have anything else to say. Ngcwele ngawuchama. Wena, what would you like to leave to mhlambe young upcoming it's an expensive industry.
Yeah.
Young upcoming artists, young upcoming designers with a passion. Remember where he started, Ukuru? Umshilo ukuphuma iphela. Mara, because the passion was you at the right place at the right time, kulega. And then you got the blessing to get a better top of the niche machine.
Yeah.
But what words can you leave to someone who's feeling like, yo, the going is too hard, I'm struggling, no one sees my passion? What can you say?
No, what I can say, Ngutsi, I think especially late generation, let's go, we have internet.
Yeah.
Social media, there's podcast and all those things. Don't run in the dark or move in the dark.
Like we did some of the times.
Yeah, because we didn't have people to push us and assist us and tell us about the industry. I was telling someone yesterday, Gutsi, for me, I ended up going through depression at some point when I had to beat depression because everything I was doing, like you are alone, you are one. But guys that are younger than me, they don't have to go through that because already I've went through that. We can guide them. One.
You paved the way.
Yeah, fashion is very it's very expensive. I think Gapogwini, guys, I was the first guy to do like shows here in Gapogwini. But we need more young people to say, no, we want to do shows in Gapogwini, we want to be in fashion. And don't give up. And another thing, understand, Agutsi, the industry is not just about the passion, because we're just pushing passion and not thinking of money. It's now at the later age, now I'm thinking, hey, I'm a father. Now it's not about shows and all those things. Now I have to think, because this is business. If someone calls me, or if someone wants something, it's either they pay for my service or they don't take my service.
Yes. Hi, Gabi. The service is genuine, bona fide, cultivated, and organic because you've been through the fire.
Exactly.
So you'll definitely get what you want.
Yeah.
Be kind enough and respect my time.
Yeah. So young people, number one, understand you don't have forever. Your time is limited. And then also understand your time must pay you and your craft must pay you. Make it into a business. It's not just, don't do it just for fun. It's fun, but be paid.
Excuse me. Giga, will you make yourself available? You haven't even mentioned this or you haven't hinted it, but say you've got a movement of fashionists, not fashion, of artists and fashion designers that are trying to break into the world.
Yeah.
And they need someone to consult with,
Yeah.
someone to guide, someone to
Yeah.
facilitate, someone they can touch base with every 2 months.
Yeah.
Evaluation. Would
Yeah.
you be in that position to do that? Even in a government,
Yeah.
they want to start something.
Yeah.
But they don't know how to put it into words and structure.
Yeah.
I think you've gone through a lot and seen a lot and learned so much. I think you carry enough value to be able to touch base with someone to say, Giga, our school is currently doing this syllabus.
Yeah.
Is it relevant in the next 10 years?
Yeah.
What do you see happening in the atmosphere or in the scene?
Yeah.
Would you do that? I think you should have a vlog or something where you just say, hey, there's a brand called
Yeah.
Tando Panda.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe if it's a podcast like this, maybe I can't, because
Yeah.
I think Inyalo, myself and X, we've told ourselves, think I've given all my 20s to people for free. My parents
No.
Eh,
Well,
one-
consultation. Yeah, it's a consultation.
Yeah.
Consultation fee. Your value, your
Yeah.
worth must come into show.
Yeah. So yeah, it's something, because I believe I have a lot of experience and I know how to go about it in the industry.
For someone with money and for someone without money.
Yes.
Because when you've done it both ways.
And our government, they really need to step up and step in.
Yes.
Because Mpumalanga is one of the most beautiful and talented province
Rich.
in South Africa. Not just South Africa, but in the world. I've had people coming from different countries and they still want to come back to Mpumalanga. So, yeah, I'm telling you, maybe we can do something. We'll see. Next year, we're doing New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
So,
Okay. So it's part of the GAC?
No,
Oh,
Giga Guru, like as a brand.
Is GAC coming back?
Yeah, it's definitely.
Please involve us in this calendar.
Definitely.
Let's touch base.
Yeah.
Because some of the reasons why maybe our people are not so resonating towards certain industries or what needs to be a topical matter is because they don't know what it is about. Mind you, we want to bring it to the people.
Yeah.
Shoot it, GAC, umayenza izinto zakhona. Hlangana nabo sharp from Zanzibar,
Yeah.
Malawi. Oh, when
Yeah.
are you from? Rwanda.
Yeah.
Oh, it's to be nice.
Yeah.
Let's beef up the culture space that we have with relevant information of guys who've done it.
Yeah.
And who are doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Ne?
No, nakanjani.
Mphathi says I've committed us to GAC, at least we send it part from party.
Yeah.
I would like to thank you for watching, but most importantly, I would like to thank you for being with us today, Giga.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Mafristos, Mr. Mshiga, Ngomane. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
It's
you
not
very much.
enough, and it will never be enough because we're still becoming. Giga ngiyabonga isikhathi sakho Chair.
Bonga mina, my brother.
The Soft Spot on the Soft Network. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. It's relevant. Ngiyabonga.